Have you ever stopped to think about how many times your emotions have controlled your life? How many wrong decisions, lost moments, and abandoned dreams have happened because you couldn't deal with what you were feeling? Maybe you're living exactly that right now, trapped in a cycle of emotions that dominate you, paralyze you, and make you lose against yourself, day after day. Today, we're going to talk about how to break that cycle, how to stop being a slave to your emotions, and finally take control of your mind and your life. And at the end of this video, I'll show you the step that almost nobody talks about, but that makes all the difference for those who want to win this internal battle. Stay until the end because it could be the change you need so much. Think about this with me. Most people believe they act rationally. They think they make decisions based on logic, but in reality, what guides us most of the time are our emotions. The anxiety that appears before a difficult task, the anger that makes you react impulsively and destroy relationships, the fear that keeps you from leaving your comfort zone. This is how we live, reacting to what we feel without questioning, as if emotions were the masters and we were the servants. But the problem is that emotions, when not controlled, have the power to sabotage us. How many times have you stopped doing something important because you were afraid? Or have you procrastinated because you felt unmotivated? This emotional slavery robs us of time, energy, and often the most valuable thing, opportunities to be better. Now, let's dive a little deeper. Have you ever felt that your biggest battle is not against the world, but against yourself? Losing to yourself is living trapped in a cycle of self-sabotage. It's when you know exactly what you need to do, but you just don't do it. You set goals, you create plans, but when it comes time to act, something inside you blocks you. This feeling of frustration and helplessness is common, but destructive. Losing to yourself is allowing laziness to overcome your discipline, fear to drown your courage, and doubt to extinguish your confidence. And you know the worst part? Every time you lose to yourself, you weaken your self-confidence. You start to believe that you are not capable, that you will never change. And that is the cruelest trap. But the truth is you can change this. The first step to winning this battle is to understand the cycle. An emotion arises, fear, anger, laziness, and you immediately react without thinking. This creates a pattern that repeats itself. But here's the secret. You can interrupt this cycle. How? By developing the ability to observe your emotions instead of reacting to them. The next time you feel anger or anxiety, stop and ask yourself, is this emotion helping me or hurting me? This simple act of awareness already reduces the power of emotions over you. The second step is to train your mind to act even when you're not motivated. Many believe that they need to feel like doing something to do it, but the truth is that action comes before motivation. Small daily victories, like finishing a difficult task or fulfilling a commitment, reinforce your discipline and make you mentally stronger. Every time you overcome a negative emotion, you get closer to emotional freedom. Taking control of your emotions means, above all, taking responsibility for your life. When you blame the world, the circumstances, or even your emotions, you are giving up your power. But change begins when you understand that what you feel doesn't define what you do. Imagine you're afraid to try something new, but you still take the first step. That's emotional freedom, doing what needs to be done, even when your emotions are screaming otherwise. That is true power. It's not about never feeling anger, anxiety, or sadness. These emotions are natural. It's about not letting them determine the course of your life. And here's the point that transforms everything. You need to act, even without wanting to. Life doesn't wait for you to be motivated or prepared. Results come to those who take consistent action, day after day, regardless of how they feel. This is not easy, but it is simple. Imagine that every day you win a small battle against yourself. You wake up at the right time, you complete an important task, you take care of your health. At first, these victories seem small, but over time, they build a new you. Now, I want you to visualize something. Think about who you can become in a year if you decide today to stop losing to yourself. Imagine a stronger, more disciplined, and more confident version of yourself. This is possible, but it only depends on you. It's time to act. Don't be a slave to your emotions anymore. Don't let fear, doubt, or laziness control you. If you felt that this video made sense to you, share it with someone who also needs to hear this message. And remember, the greatest victory you can achieve is not against the world, but against yourself. When you win this internal battle, there is nothing that can stop you. The decision is in your hands. Make it the right decision.